no logic. So I'm, curious to see how, how he's playing at, a much higher level. I have actually played him in the last year. It's quite good. So they say that loses his stock from a very solid edge guard on NoFluxes side.
And it's crazy on this matchup too, because that is exactly what I was trying to get at. I feel like Falco can just completely dominate. It's almost like Falco Falcon to an extent, but way worse for Ganon because he doesn't have the ground speed to really catch up. But Ganon makes up for it in the fact that he can kill a Falco in like 2.5 hits. So
yeah, it's really Ganon as a character is very, very defined by just if I get like 3 hits, you should be dead. But like we just saw, 3 exact hits and he is dead. But the problem with Ganon is that it's not like those hits are always guaranteed. Not just in neutral, but like he'll get a hit and then the second hit and maybe the third one has to be like a hard read. And Falco doesn't have that in the same way, but he doesn't deal 20% each time he hits someone. So overall, definitely a very Falco favored matchup, but if you have a really solid neutral game and you get a couple like good reads, it can look very one-sided.
a little bit of a grounded laser there. Yeah, and again, I think it's just the big point of like Falco can truly, truly dominate the neutral here, but all it takes is just one opening like this. But doesn't quite find the read there, yeah.
Gets a grab.
I feel like the knockdown is so important.
Yeah, but even the knockdown, like you get a knockdown and you kind of have to read a tech chase. Like you get a knockdown and it doesn't really go anywhere. But then you get like reverse up air, it clips them off stage, and all of a sudden they're dead. Like that kind of situation happens a lot. Yeah, I wondered if you go for shine back air or just the back air on its own. Should be a kill here. Yep.
Yeah, that back air up air from NoFluxes was super cute. Almost actually wrapped up the stock there because he got that tipper hitbox out of the up air to kind of semi-spike. But here comes Neo again with all the pressure in the world. Ganon breaks it up with the up air. Another shield drop up air, not quite going to connect there. And a pair of moves, we're kind of just back in neutral again.
Yeah, we're playing so close to each other, which, that's part of the other thing is that Falco, not a character that has a ton of like zoning range. He has to be on top of you to hit you. So does Ganon. And so that's why he's kind of like, even though he has this neutral dominance, he's so vulnerable to getting hard hits like that. Should not live there. He didn't grab ledge. That was a bit weird. Whoa, what?
Wall jump? Wait, what?
What was that?
Was that? That can't be a desync, right? Or like I'm wondering if that was like I'm watching it again on the delay. Because he jumps, okay, he wall jumps there. That was so weird. Because I was thinking like maybe there's some type of way he could set up a Daraki, but you can't there. So I was like, maybe he accidentally grabbed ledge, instant wall jumped. That was bizarre.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can fix the camera stuff that you were saying. I don't see the button, but yeah, that was very weird. So yeah, I don't know that. So one thing that we didn't talk about that is, I think, very important to think about in this matchup is we know Ganon to be a very slow character that kind of is like frame data makes him move kind of clunky. And because of that, he really suffers from an opponent who plays very, very laser heavy. That doesn't mean you can just like kind of cavalierly laser whenever you feel like it. But the more lasers, the more it's like feels hard to really do anything as Ganon. And that, it's common for people to say like they feel that way about Falco generally, but it's really true for Ganon.
Sure. Yeah, jab there is going to kill. Yeah, all he had to do was grab ledge, but just kind of finds the trade either way.
Okay. Answers right back though.
That's probably like the worst feeling in the world when you just.
It really is, man. Like you have this huge lead and they're just like, no, goodbye.
Yeah, big trade here. Super slippery out of NoFlux.
That's one of the things I really like about Ganon, like watching him play, is just pretty much every Ganon that has played him knows that you kind of have to like have really tricky movement to even make him like remotely viable. And so you'll see like these kind of cool wavelands. Obviously like Bizarro Flame, kind of famously known for that. Oh, look at the DI on those grabs. Not ready for it. Forward smash too.
Yeah, back air not quite active enough to come out there either to get the counter hit. Oh, nice ledge option too, because NoFlux has kind of been presenting just the Waveland on into either like just jab or dash dance. Wow, and just kills with the shine.
Yeah, that was a very unconventional option there, but like it worked out. He was not ready for it at all, and good slide off from Neo to kind of keep it together. Oh, even get to the Nair. So this is going to be a pretty good amount of damage, like 51. If you get an up air, or sorry, an up tilt or a shine, you can get another solid bit of percent, even an edge guard.
Yep. Something that I've been noticing out of NoFluxes, and I feel like there's kind of like the old school and new school types of Ganon. Shoutouts to Junebug, I think, who made a video on this, where it's kind of like there are Ganons who play like the almost like walling out version, where they're going to kind of throw out huge hitboxes and then just kind of kill you for running into them. And then there's the Ganons that kind of use their slippery movements. I'm thinking like the Bizarro Flames of the world, that kind of use tricky movement and then find that one opening by bringing the pain to the opponent. I've been kind of seeing like a mix of that from NoFluxes, but specifically the thing that stood out to me is, you know, you mentioned earlier, Radar, how much the Ganon needs to fight out of the laser pressure, and I feel like he'd be going for these like full hop back airs, and then we'll jump out of the laser hit, and then go for a second aerial after that.
Yeah, definitely something I'm gonna start watching out for. He really is kind of fishing here, just trying to zone with any sort of aerial that he can kind of clip him with, but gets caught for it and loses the game as a result. So we're kind of seeing like a lot of adaptation on Neo's end of just kind of small things. Like even he went for a really aggressive F smash, and I was thinking like, don't really need to go for F smash against Ganon. You can kind of just laser forward tilt him and you know, edge guard him from there, and then immediately after that he starts going for laser forward tilt. So I think Neo is catching onto it on his own end and was like, okay, I can just start to like play to Ganon's weaknesses rather than sort of trying to play a more even-footed game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Again, I talked about that, you know, jump aerial into take laser in the air, following up with a second aerial. I feel like that's been a pretty good option, but Neo perhaps catching on to that over time. Something I think I would like to see more is how NoFluxes handles the ground game, because if you're taking a Falco to the skies, a lot of the times you're going to lose those exchanges, and case in point right here, Neo with just all the pressure in the world going into Game 3.
Yeah, I really think this is an interesting choice for stages because, you know, classically, Ganon can knock you off and kill you with a couple hits, even easier when you're on a super small stage. But also, like this is a good stage for Falco just kind of generally. He might get sort of eclipsed by some other characters, but I would still say that, like, this is a kind of a philosophy of, like, well, what's my best stage? I guess I could play to my character's strengths in, like, Ganon kill you easily, but you're not really weakening Falco at all in doing so. I think this is a very fine stage for Falco.
Absolutely, yeah, and we're kind of seeing some... Oh my gosh, super solid out of Neo. I was about to say we're kind of seeing some of the adaptation from Neo's side playing the aggressor. So many times here we'll see Neo go in with the aerial shine pressure, and then NoFlux is just instant shield grabs. Now we're seeing Neo go in with aerial shine, or aerials perhaps spot dodge right after to just dodge the hidden counter. Ooh, that almost worked, which was crazy.
He has been playing so much faster this game. Like, is this just me? Like, it seems like I'm watching the game at, like, it's just a slightly faster speed, where he is really applying a lot of pressure. Like you're saying, playing very aggressively.
That might be the Yoshi's Story effect, too. I feel like people just kind of know that this is their style stage, and they're like, all right, like, I'm feeling myself on this one.
For sure. I think really working out for him, but, you know, like we've been saying this whole time, you know, 17%, maybe he gets a stomp, and then another stomp, and then all of a sudden,
huge,
like, there's the stomp. So
it's tough because Ganon got caught without double jump there, so it's kind of like a no-brainer for Neo to just go for the get-up attack and reset, as opposed to just risking any type of tech chase option for 80 damage.
Yeah. Really like the tech away there too. Like he's making sure not to give him anything that, like, he doesn't deserve, I guess. You know, like if you tech in place, that's an option for Ganon to cover something. If you tech away in certain positions, Ganon's just not fast enough to cover that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage already. Even like,
yeah, he's got to die for this now. Almost, yeah. Neo perhaps just double jumping a bit too early there. Probably could have been a gimme down air. for the game, but wraps it up nonetheless.
Let's go Neo. Like I gotta be fully biased. Like I driven this guy to many tournament, hung out with him. Nice guy. So if I'm gonna ever have some clear bias, it's like with a homie. But that was very good. Like he sped it up. He made playing the matchup, like you talked about how they're similar to Falcon. Like in both cases, they don't have a great out of shield game. They get caught by the lasers, and you end up seeing a lot of situations where Ganon is shielding, and they're kind of like, oh crap, I gotta roll out, and then they've already lasered in that direction to cover it, and then a new set of kind of crappy, unfavorable pressure sequences start, and it just looks like, what does the Ganon do here? And I think that's what we were seeing, is just Neo kind of bothering him.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was alluding to at the start of the set, where where Captain Falco perhaps is a little bit more nuanced in that Falcon has a bit more ground speed to kind of catch up and make strong commitment options against the Falcon. Ganon does not, and that is where it really just relies on the hard reads, can really get just kind of out-neutraled for a lot of the game, and then it almost makes it feel like the punish is impossible to win too, when you're getting pressured like that constantly.
He is actually moving so fast. I feel like this is insanely impressive.
He's gonna die for this, yeah.
That's the matchup in a nutshell, though, man. It's like he got like 164% on him, and then he died.
Ganon, baby. Yeah, put it in the combo video. Forward air, and then Miss Storton out of Neo.
Yeah. I do like that we're seeing some power shield attempts from NoFluxes, trying to kind of slow the momentum down that Neo's been kind of dishing out, but good grab there, too, and gonna get a little bit of a chain grab. Again, there's that sort of like having to kind of read to commit to follow-ups, though. Like, goes for the tech away, doesn't really get anything, and now we're kind of back to a neutral that's favored by Falco.
Yeah, for sure. Could have had the opportunity to grab for a bit long. Oh my gosh, he finds the connection there? That was... Oh my... What?
Yeah, just really, really impressive play from Neo overall. I think, like, if a lot of people are maybe not as familiar with him as a player, probably making a couple fans today, just like really, really aggressive kind of burst movement style of play. Kind of just an all-around sort of, I don't think he has any like one specific play style that sort of he favors, like a laser heavy or anything. Just sort of a very jack of all trades Falco, but in a good way.
Sure. Yeah, NoFlux is kind of just playing for the one aerial right now. I felt like he was wow, okay, through the platform and actually somehow snaps ledge from that too. Insane out of Neo, and is actually going to get an entire stock for it too. Snipes the Wizard's Foot out of NoFluxes. It's a huge advantage for Falco.
Yeah, and like this is his tournament or his winner side set. So stock, sorry. So, can he turn this around, or is he sort of out of luck? It feels like Neo has all the momentum and has just been making his life so difficult. But, all it takes is one miss shorten again.
Yeah, but we've seen some mean 0 to deaths out of Ganon, like forward air into death. So there's plenty of room here. Oh my god!
Forward air, but yeah, doesn't actually end up happening. Neo closes it out, clips him with the down air, and very, very impressive. I think bodes well for, I guess he's going up against, would it be Lot?
Yes, Neo will be facing Laud in winners finals. So good stuff to him. Not quite the end of our Ganon player's run here, though. He's going to drop down to face off against Mott Money, I believe, a Fox player, for the loser side. I don't know if we're going to be getting... I think we're getting winners finals first, though. So we will see some more of the box Laud and some more of that Falco action as well. I don't know, Raider. I kind of feel like the way Laud was playing against Ginger, I feel like Neo will have to make some pretty huge adjustments in this set.
He's in trouble. I'm just going to say it right now. He's in trouble. And the reason I know why is because literally, I think today, I tweeted about how I don't think that the Falcon-Falco matchup is that bad. And Neologism had told me before, honestly, I think Falcon does okay. And then he was like, dude, yeah, I've been practicing it. It's not so bad. But what matchup really sucks? Peach. So,
oh no!
So literally today, he said, I have no idea. I think it's in my freaking notifications where he said, I don't understand the character. Like, what am I supposed to do against Peach? So against a guy who just beat Ginger, like, I don't want to get spoilers here, but yeah, Peach makes no sense crying. I found the tweet. So like, Doesn't
Oh
bode well for
no.
him, but
Yeah, we got some
no.
confirmation bias already, so I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I mean, it did seem like Neo was playing a very good kind of wall out, kind of just pressure you until you feel like you have no options, and Falco's the best character in the game type approach. But I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work against Laud. Something I did notice in the Ginger Laud set that I actually wanted to point out after that set's conclusion, and I want to say that this is maybe attributed to Laud kind of just practicing more with the box, is I noticed that Laud wasn't hitting power shields as often. And maybe you kind of notice it more when he's playing those slow-paced matchups like, you know, Peach Dittos, Peach Puff, etc. But he was getting a handful on Laud's aerials and whatnot, but you would kind of expect that if he's proficient in, you know, the defense side of things, you'd be getting a lot more power shield off laser.
I think there's two reasons for it. The first is that power shielding aerials and like that those kind of attacks is a 4-frame window versus a 2-frame window for projectiles, so it's, you know, twice as difficult. The second big thing is that often the way Peaches deal with Falco's lasers is moving in the air. That's not to say that they never play grounded, but so like you're right that we weren't seeing that much as many power shields like when he was grounded, but also I think we were seeing less grounded opportunities overall, because very often Peaches will go for this kind of full hop float where they'll try to float just as Falco commits to something and then whiff punish it. So like they might be looking, they're at the float height, he's over there, he's like, are they going to come in, are they not going to come in? I think they're going to come in the up tilt, and then that's when they go down with a forward air or a nair or whatever it ends up being. So I do think, though, that power shielding can be very, very effective in the matchup. And just managing lasers in general is a huge way to kind of pick away at Falco's neutral advantage, I guess.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so Laud versus Neologism. Am I pronouncing that right?
Neologism is, I think, neologism.
Neologism?
Yeah, it means
Okay.
it means like a new term, I think. Like,
Okay.
but just use the phrase Neo. That's what we all call him. So I'm sure he won't mind.
Yeah, so similar matchup to our winner semis, but to a little bit of a different tune. We're going to have to see how Neo can stack up against Laud and where he's going to kind of find his differences from Ginger, coming up for you guys very, very soon. While we're waiting right now, probably a good time to point out, as always, we're running a Matcherino for you guys. That $5.50, that sweet, sweet Matcherino money, goes towards our hardworking competitors. Just a massive, massive contribution to this prize pool. Winner, I don't know if it's 100% goes to the winner or if there's some type of split, but yeah, exclamation point Matcherino in chat. You guys can help contribute to this prize pool. And it's free, so you literally have no excuse to not do it. Like, you're watching this anyway, you might as well just check this. Click the link, do some stuff on there, and help contribute to keeping Melee going, especially during these interesting online times, which may not be online for long if you follow the Xanadu gang over on Twitter.
No, it does look like we are shifting towards a more and more kind of potential in-person stuff. Not super soon, but it is kind of on its way. And absolutely, yeah, guys, check out the Matcherino, of course. That should go without saying. Obviously, committing to the prize pool or putting money into the prize pool is a good thing.
Yeah, it looks like we're just waiting on some players right now. Perhaps MIA of sorts. But Xanadu 408 has been interesting so far. I think I'm already pretty attached seeing a Ganon, and this is a perfect segue to the complaint that I had on stream. I was gonna complain, for lack of a worse word that I don't think I'm allowed to say on stream, to Bender and Brig about this. But what's the deal, Radar? I don't understand why every week that we're not commentating, we get like, don't test me in the bracket.
Man. I know.
It's like,
I know.
It makes me so mad. So
it makes me
I'm
bad.
happy to see the Ganon. I'm happy to see the low tiers represented, but like, give me some freaking Roy. Like, I want to see it.
Give me an Aklo link or something. You know, I want to be part of that. Like, But
Oh, this is public service announcements. This is actually a call out to, our Zanes and our Aklos. Come play when we're talking about it. How about that, guys?
Absolutely.
Think about it. Exclamation point, don't test me. Exclamation point, Aklo taunt. I don't know.
Honestly, actually, I was thinking while watching Ganon today, and seeing a Ganon versus Samus, like that we are getting a lot of character diversity still to this day. 2021, halfway through the year, almost, not almost at 2022, but like we're on our way to 2022, and we have, a Samus and a Ganon in top 8. We saw a young Link win a tournament. We saw a Link win a tournament.
And a Link, yeah.
It's like, I just keep. When you have like those imaginary conversations in your head about like where you have some sick comeback to someone. I'm having comebacks for conversations I had like 5 years ago where people would be like, "Bro, I hate Melee. You can only play 4 characters," and it's like, no, you can play other characters.
Yeah, it is